I'm Will, an account manager at TestGorilla. I'm really excited to have you here on this demo to see how you can source, screen, and shortlist candidates at scale using TestGorilla. Let's start with the job description. If you want to hire the right person, you need clarity from the start. Our AI Job Builder helps you define the skills that matter fast. Just enter a job title and a few key details. The AI scans the role and determines the core technical skills, soft skills, and tools required. For example, say you are hiring a data scientist. You can start with a simple outline of the role, including details like the scope, targeted seniority level, and highlighting the tools or areas of expertise that matter most. Within minutes, the AI Job Builder will build a full set of assessment recommendations based on an analysis of your inputs and by applying IO psychology best practices and test design theory. So, as you can see here, we offer 4 main skills assessment tools. We have skills tests, custom questions, conversational AI video interviews, and AI resume scoring. All of these tools are focused on surfacing role-relevant, skills-based insights, and they all leverage AI to help gather these insights. We're going to go ahead and select all of these as part of our screening process. Let's look at skills tests. The foundation of our platform. They're one of the strongest predictors of job success, especially when you combine multiple types like cognitive ability, role-specific, personality tests, and more. This is where AI adds real value. Rather than suggesting a generic test set for a role, our AI analyzes your job description and recommends the most relevant skills tests based on the actual requirements. It helps you build a targeted assessment that's more predictive, more useful, and tailored to your specific open role. So for example, recommended tests for this data scientist role may include tests for proficiency in role-relevant tools like Matplotlib, one of our universal coding tests to assess the candidate's data-related engineering skills, a personality assessment like our motivation test to determine whether their preferences are aligned with the job, potentially a soft skills test for qualities like leadership. Do note that you're free to edit the AI recommendations and add other tests from our library if you feel they're more relevant or you're looking to test a specific skill that wasn't highlighted in the suggestions. Now, let's move on to another important element in the skills testing flow, custom questions. While our skills tests measure core abilities, custom questions allow you to assess how candidates deal with challenges that are specific to your company and industry. So, how does AI help here? Again, it analyzes the job description and generates several suggested questions that can help you surface these insights. So, here we've selected a custom question related to drawing data-driven conclusions. If we click into it, we can see the rationale behind the question. The scoring criteria used to grade responses, and we can go even deeper to check how different responses are scored based on these standards. You can even try your own answer to check if the scoring matches up with your judgment. Of course, if you want more variety, you can browse the full library of pre-written custom questions, or you can create your own. In most cases, a mix and match approach might be best. In terms of question types, you can select from 4 different formats. You can choose from file uploads, video responses, essays, and multiple choice. Each format gives you another vector for collecting role-relevant evidence. For high-volume roles, video responses are particularly impactful because AI can score, rank, and compare hundreds of answers against the same criteria in minutes. Of course, you will still receive traditional applications, and we handle those with the same skills-first approach as our other assessment tools using our AI resume scoring tool. So I've clicked into a candidate profile and switched to their resume scoring results. As you can see, based on the role you have defined, the AI uses targeted criteria to score the relevance and fit of a resume. You choose which criteria to keep, remove, or add. For this role, for example, we added a specific criterion related to the candidate's ability to convey complex information to diverse audiences, which might not always be a priority, but for this position, it forms one of the key criteria for this role. Every criterion we select is rated on a clear 0 to 5 scale with an explanation of why that score was given. This makes it easy to understand what evidence the AI found and how it interpreted it. As with the custom questions, you can check the rationale behind each AI reviewed score and, if necessary, edit and override it. And the final score will then be adjusted based on your revisions. To further support fair evaluation, the AI also removes personal details, so scoring remains focused strictly on job-relevant information. One-way video interviews are great for speed and scale, but for complex roles, you need deeper signals. The conversational AI interview simulates a live screening call. It adapts in real time, asks follow-up questions based on candidate responses, and scores answers based on substance, not tone, accent, or background. In this example, you can see the AI has recommended a few pre-built interviews based on the job details. You can select any of these or browse through the library and choose any you feel are more role relevant. So taking a look at the results page here. And you can again click to view the full details of how the interview was scored, the criteria used, and how each response was scored based on the criteria. You can also click through to watch the full transcript and recording of the interview for more context. As with AI resume scoring, each score is fully explained and you can edit any of the specific scores based on your judgment. AI's job is to collect the data. You have final control over all decisions here. The goal is to give you a deeper, more structured look at how candidates think and solve problems without the scheduling overhead of live screening calls. Back in the candidate dashboard. Now you've gathered structured evidence from every part of the flow. Skills tests, AI resume scores, and AI video interviews. Test Gorilla pulls all of it into one place, giving you a clear, unified view of each candidate. What you'll notice here are two types of scores: percentiles, which show how a candidate compares to others, and raw scores, which reflect points earned. Together, they give you a clearer signal to make confident hiring decisions. One really helpful thing you can do from this view is set weighted scores. This is where you can decide which skills matter most for the role and adjust how much each test contributes to the final score. You can see here that each test weights 1 to 5. A higher weight means that the test has a bigger influence on the candidate's overall result. As we adjust the weights, you'll notice the impact percentages update instantly. This gives you a clear view of how much each test contributes to the final ranking. And it lets you build a scoring model that truly reflects the priorities of the role. Having made those adjustments, we can return to our dashboard of candidates ranked based on an overall weighted score. Every candidate who has completed your assessments appears in one place, along with their score, stage, and status. You can filter, sort, and search to focus on the candidates who best match what the role actually requires. When you open an individual candidate, you'll see their full journey, when they were invited, when they completed each assessment, and where they came from. You'll also see the behavior monitor, which tracks candidate behavior during the assessment to help you spot potential red flags. That includes webcam snapshots, IP-based location checks, full screen and tab tracking, and developer tool detection. It's not about catching cheaters, it's about giving you more context if something feels off. Our latest anti-cheating upgrade, identity verification. Before the assessment begins, candidates take a live selfie and scan their ID. AI verifies the match instantly. No data is stored. It's a fast, secure way to confirm identity and protect results. What you end up with is a comprehensive set of data that gives you a deeper, more dimensional understanding of each candidate across skills, behaviors, decision logic, motivation, and cultural alignment. This is what makes real evidence-based shortlists possible. Let's wrap up with one of the most overlooked steps in hiring, building your talent pool. Most teams post a job and wait. But with Test Gorilla sourcing, you can start with talent that's already verified. We have a pool of over 2 million candidates who've taken skills tests and opted in. So instead of guessing, you're starting with people who've already proven they have the skills you need. Let's go back to that data scientist role we created earlier. We can open a new talent search, enter the role, and attach the assessment we built. The AI takes those skill criteria and finds candidates who have performed well on tests related to the role. Sometimes you get candidates with traditional backgrounds, which you can confirm by looking current job titles and work experience. Other times you see strong non-traditional profiles. That is intentional because the matching is based on skills, not on keywords or job titles. You can also work the other way around. Instead of starting with a job description, you can set your skills criteria directly through the filters and let the system return candidates who match. Find a profile you like. It takes just one click to invite them to your assessment and include them as part of your screening process.
So that's how implementation works in theory, but I want to emphasize that the outcomes we achieve are not hypothetical. Customers from every industry, every location, hiring for any role, see real impact with skills-first hiring, powered by our own AI, and so can you. Just reach out. We'd be more than happy to get you started. Thanks for your time.